Okay, this is Steve Ludwin, who thinks he's discovered the answer to eternal youth and health by injecting himself with snake venom. He's so convinced he's been doing it for the last 30 years, not always successfully. Well, now the Natural History Museum has taken an interest in him. So much so, he's a living specimen in a new exhibition that opens this week. Mark Ashdown is there and can tell us more. That's neither him nor you, Mark, but you must be brave next to your friend there.
Yes, Riz, I've just had a close encounter with this bird-eating tarantula, affectionately known in these parts as Mariah Harey. Now, she is one of the star attractions at this deadly exhibition at the Natural History Museum. If venomous vipers are your thing, well, we can give you those, but there's plenty more here. There's scorpions, there's jellyfish, there's even a Komodo dragon, thought to be the largest venomous land-based creature on the planet. But there is a science bit here. It's also about educating people, really, about how venom is literally saving lives in medicine. Now, one of the exhibits is a human, as you mentioned, Steve, and for 30 years, he's been doing something very interesting with snake venom. This snake is being milked. It's the safe way you extract the venom from deadly snakes like this one, the Pope's tree viper. Steve, who lives in Kennington, injects the venom into himself.
The immediate feeling from making an injection with snake venom is a feeling of just an intense burning sensation. It's like putting battery acid into your blood. I mean, it's really, really painful.
He began injecting himself more than 30 years ago.
I ended up in intensive care once here in the UK for 3 days. You know, the doctors told me that I was going to die or they were going to chop my arm off because my arm was so swollen and turning black. So I have had a lot of accidents with snake venom. It's an incredibly dangerous thing to mess around with, obviously, but I've learned from my mistakes, and I have a very good technique now.
So why does he do it?
I just noticed I wasn't getting sick. I'm currently coming up to I think this is my 14th or 15th, year of not having a cold or not having the flu. I'm 51 years old, and I'm always getting comments like, "Wow, you don't seem like you're that age." I'm not saying it's snake venom, but it is a possibility. You don't want those fangs in your finger. Try one more time.
Steve is now working with scientists in Copenhagen. They're studying the antibodies in his blood to try and develop a cheap and safe anti-venom. Now, I know what you're all thinking, and I've got Steve here with me, so I can ask him. Steve, are you as mad as a bag of snakes?
Not at all. Actually, it's pure science what I've been doing. We have something called an adaptive immune system. So I've been injecting various snake venoms for close to 30 years now, and your body develops an immunity to it.
But dangerous times, though, like you just nearly lost your arm.
Yeah, it is extremely dangerous, and some might say a very stupid thing to do, but it's really worked out for me. I'm currently working with the University of Copenhagen with a group of scientists.
Yeah, that's quite exciting. You're hoping to make a big breakthrough.
It's very exciting to be involved in this project. Yeah, they're going to design a new anti-venom, which is derived from human blood, i.e. mine, for the first time. The public really isn't aware, but anti-venom for the last 100 years has been made by injecting horses and sheep. So it's kind of an outdated medicine. It's very dangerous to be administered. And so these Danish scientists have realized that I can be the horse in this situation.
You could potentially get it out of your blood.
Yes, that's what they're doing. They've made a DNA library. I've had a bone marrow operation and everything, and so yeah, it's really exciting to be involved with them and to be involved with this amazing exhibition at the Natural History Museum.
Okay, well, listen, thank you very much for joining us. Some of these are starting to freak me out a little bit, so I'm going to hand back and say this amazing exhibition, if it floats your boat, having the heebie-jeebies scared out of you, well, it opens here at the Natural History Museum this Friday.
Mark, and among the things we are thinking is obviously people shouldn't try this at home. I'm sure nobody would, but from the Natural History Museum, thank you. And time now for a check on the weather. Sorry, that has thrown us all here, hasn't it, Sarah?
Not quite as scary as that, I'm pleased to say, in the forecast. But yeah, we're all feeling a little bit creeped out, I think, a little bit by that, aren't we, really? Nothing so significant in the weather. We've had some cloud around through this afternoon. Beautiful picture, though, from our weather watcher. Just